It's Central Valley Business. I'm Steve Walling. My guest for this segment is Leti Pingitore. Leti,
Yes.
welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, you got a couple things going on. One, you are a realtor with Keller Williams.
Yes, I am.
And two, you do voiceover stuff.
Yes, I do.
All right. Let's start with the realtor stuff first.
Okay.
You're located out of...
My office is in Visalia.
Right.
But, I cover other areas. I have clients in Fresno, Hanford. Plus, since I'm with Keller Williams, we're a nationwide network of agents.
Right.
So if you had a friend in another state, I can get them the right agent there. I love what I do, and I'm also partnered up with different loan officers. Mm-hmm. So, obviously, if somebody wants to buy a house, they've got to get pre-qualified first. Otherwise, we can't go anywhere. So,
exactly.
It's very exciting. I love working with people, and
May I ask how long you've been with Keller Williams?
yes, I joined them last year. I actually have my broker's license since '06, and I did some real estate back then with a different company, and then I went back into practicing law because I'm an attorney.
Oh, okay.
And then I came back, and there's a relationship. Obviously, there are contracts, negotiation, law. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I just love it.
That's a good resume to bring to the table for someone that's looking for an agent.
Thank you.
It's very
good.
You. Because, in today's market, it just gets real crazy. How's the market? Speaking of the market, how is the market here?
Well, it's becoming more of a buyer's market. Like one or 2 months ago, like in Tulare County, it was more of a seller's market because we had very low inventory. Now we've been getting more houses are coming up, and so it's starting to get. If it starts to get to not to get too complicated, but if there's like 6 months of inventory, then it's push it into the buyer's market.
Right.
So we're getting close to that.
Okay, all right. So that takes care of anything special before we move on in the real estate market that you want to highlight real quick.
Well, just that if people are interested in buying, this is the time. And even if you think your credit isn't good, like I said, I have a great loan guy, and he can tell you what you have to do to improve your credit so you can buy a house.
And a lot of people don't realize that they can do things to improve their credit.
Right, and there are so many programs out there that you don't even have to come up with a down payment. So call me, and I'll hook you up.
Great. All right, now, voiceover.
Yes.
Leti, tell me about voiceover.
Okay, I'll try to make it brief, but it was a work in progress. Years ago, I'm from Southern California originally, okay? And I happened to be working in Fresno, and there was this at one of the local high schools. There was like a little seminar, 2-hour seminar about You're on the Air, it's called. Mm-hmm. And so I went to, it sounded interesting, and then the person, she recorded all of us, like a little snippet, and then she sent information about what, she thought of our voice. She said great things about my voice, and I thought I did terrible because, I'm looking at technique, and I didn't say the words right, or I don't know, whatever. She said it was great. So the seed was planted, but I knew working full-time, many hours as an attorney, I wasn't going to be able to do that. So years later, I ended up hooking up with the school, which is Such a Voice, and I went through training, and I have professionally produced demos that I'm very proud of.
Bill, we got a couple of those by chance?
Yeah, we're going to play one right now.
All right.
Great cup of coffee.
And at Starbucks, we don't skip a single one because we know what the perfect cup means to you. That's why it means everything to us. Starbucks. Songs that defined a generation by a man who defied expectations for the first time ever. The definitive collection from America's greatest songwriter. 6 decades in the making. Dylan. Now available on iTunes. When I started shopping for a car, I had strict criteria. Tons of room and performance, high gas mileage, and a low price. Only one had everything. The 2015 Honda CR-V. Test drive one today. Animals don't want to fight. They just want to be loved. That's why it's up to us to fight for them. Donate to ASPCA and join the fight against animal cruelty today. Before I switched to Sensodyne, I never knew how sensitive my teeth actually were. Because suddenly, I could eat or drink anything with no reservations. Experience the Sensodyne difference for yourself.
Well, there you go. Boy, that's pretty good.
Thank you. Thank you.
So if I'm local here to the Fresno area and I'm looking to produce a great ad to go on Central Valley Talk, for example, and I need someone to do that, that's what you do.
Yes, I could do that. Yes, exactly.
How do I get a hold of you?
Well, I guess the best would be my phone number. It's 559-281-4568.
Okay. For someone that's, you got any suggestions for someone that's considering doing this type of well, wait a second, before we go on. Besides advertising, what else might I want voiceover for?
Well, like what's called IVR, interactive voice response, like when you pick up the phone and you're trying to call somebody, it says press 1, press 2, that's one of them, on-hold messaging type of thing. And then also to, like you heard the one about the ASPCA, so that could be like a commercial or like a public service announcement type thing, or like virtual tours, like a narration for that. They're just very different. And basically, the demos that I brought with me today are more of considered commercial demos. You know, there's commercial, there's narration, and so you know, things like that. Yeah, I'm very open, but I'd say those are probably my favorite things.
Well, great. And we get a hold of you again. Your phone number?
It's 559-281-4568. I wanted to add real quick, too, if anybody else wants to get into voiceovers or real estate or anything, I'd be glad to help you out. So give me a call if you just want to ask me about that.
Phone number again?
559-281-4568. And you can look me up also on Facebook or, you know, even YouTube. There's several of my interviews here on Central Valley Talk.
All right. Well, good deal. Letty, thanks for being on the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Take care. Good luck with the real estate and the voiceover.
Thank you.
We'll see you when we come back.